Picture a vast urban area situated in the heart of the American desert. This city boasts of state-of-the-art infrastructure and meticulously designed roads and streets that are bustling with autonomous electric cars. The city's characteristics embody a combination of the diversity and vastness of New York, the efficiency and connectivity of Tokyo, and the sustainability and governance of Stockholm. A mind-boggling, multi-billion-dollar endeavor is underway to develop a futuristic city that matches the size and ambition of Saudi Arabia's The Line. In this video, we will explore Telosa, the United States' answer to The Line. Telosa is an upcoming development that not only claims to be the city of tomorrow, but also a revolutionary model for society. Following the footsteps of grand initiatives such as NEOM in Saudi Arabia, these planned supercities aim to address the pressing issues faced by the world today, such as overpopulation, pollution, and climate change. The objective of these cities is to redefine the process of building a flourishing metropolis from scratch, with a focus on sustainability, resilience, inclusivity, and equity for all its inhabitants. The term Telosa is derived from the ancient Greek word telos, which can be interpreted as the ultimate purpose. The concept was first revealed to the public in September 2001 and was envisioned by American billionaire Marc Lore. Lore, who recently resigned from his position as the CEO and president of Walmart, proclaimed his bold objective to establish the planned city of Telosa. His visionary project aims to design a more fair and sustainable future that could be a prototype for generations to come. Leading the master planning of Telosa is the distinguished Danish architect Bjarke Ingels, who was also responsible for designing a compact smart city in Japan for Toyota. The fundamental concept that underpins Telosa and explains its reasons for being, as per Lore, is to establish a city with the fundamental needs of its people as its cornerstone. Currently, over 50% of the global population resides in urban areas, and this percentage is projected to surge to 70% by 2050. Consequently, cities have transformed into vital hubs for education, research, and economic prospects for countless individuals. While cities have driven remarkable growth for a few privileged individuals, not all have directly reaped the benefits of this progress. The mounting wealth inequality is precisely what Lore and Telosa aim to tackle. Their objective is to create a city that provides equal prospects for growth to all individuals, regardless of their socioeconomic or cultural background. To realize this vision of equality, the core of the plan centers around an economic system called equitism. The concept behind this system is to establish a community where individuals benefit directly from the city's growth. In this system, Telosa will own all the land within the city, while its residents will have the liberty to build and sell homes on top of this land. The hope is that as the city expands, land values will increase in tandem. The accumulated revenue will subsequently be funneled back into the city through public services, transportation, education, and healthcare, effectively realizing the equity vision, where all inhabitants have equal access to exceptional services. While the exact location for Telosa has yet to be determined, the project proponents are currently considering desert lands in states such as Nevada, Idaho, Arizona, or Texas in the American West, or possibly in the Appalachian region in the East. The question arises, why would they choose to construct Telosa in the middle of the desert when there are ample other options throughout the United States? The primary motivation behind this choice is the abundance of affordable and accessible underdeveloped land in the American West. Considering Telosa's intention of reinvesting increasing land values into urban infrastructure, this inexpensive land could eventually pay for itself as the city continues to expand. Constructing a thriving city in the middle of the desert is not without its challenges. Despite the relatively affordable cost of the land, Saudi Arabia's recent development of NEOM and The Line serves as a cautionary example of the issues that Telosa may face in the future. Neom, which was initially planned to be partially finished by 2020 and further expanded by 2025, has already fallen behind schedule. As it turns out, constructing a bustling metropolis in the desert comes with its own set of challenges, as evidenced by the construction of Neom and the Line in Saudi Arabia. Before building the city itself, operational facilities must first be constructed to house equipment and personnel in the harsh climate. This is just one of the problems that Neom and the Line are currently facing, along with issues such as high temperatures, limited water availability, and the energy impact of constructing an entire city from scratch in such a challenging environment. The intention for Telosa is to operate exclusively on renewable energy. Every building in the metropolis will have solar panels on their rooftops. Furthermore, wind turbines will be positioned along the outskirts of Telosa, adding extra energy production to the city's grid. By producing more electricity than it requires, Telosa aims to become self-sufficient in terms of power supply. Moreover, the Equitism Tower will be located at the center of Telosa, serving as an emblematic symbol of the city. The towering structure will encompass an observation platform, an elevated reservoir, and aeroponic farms, which will provide fresh produce to the city. Telosa's design also includes an urban layout and transportation system that allows inhabitants to reach significant facilities and amenities, including offices, schools, parks, shops, and eateries within a minimum 15-minute commute. Differently from the Line, which will be solely pedestrian-oriented with an emphasis on public transportation, Telosa's mobility strategy will rely on a blend of meticulously designed transportation systems and self-driving electric cars. The city will adopt the superblock principle of urban planning, whereby heavier vehicular traffic will be directed towards the edges of the block, whereas inner lanes will prioritize bicycles and slow-moving EVs. This serves two objectives. First, to facilitate unrestricted movement between blocks, and second, to ensure that residential zones are adequately distanced from major thoroughfares to avoid excessive noise pollution. Telosa's construction will occur in two phases. The initial stage aspires to be finished by 2030 and will include a city that can accommodate up to 50,000 inhabitants within an expanse of 6 square kilometers, twice the size of New York's Central Park. Upon completion of Phase 1, the second phase will begin with the objective of expanding the city to its full potential in the next 4 decades. It is anticipated that over 5 million residents will dwell in the city, which will cover an area of more than 120 square kilometers. By comparison, Telosa will be as vast as San Francisco, but will host more than 6 times the population within the same boundary. The overall expenditure of the Telosa project is projected to amount to 400 billion USD, which will mainly originate from prospective private investors and state and federal grants. In contrast, Saudi Arabia's The Line is anticipated to cost nearly 500 billion USD, similar to Telosa's budget, but will be completely financed by the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund, and therefore the Saudi government. Marc Lore and his team face one of the most significant obstacles in the creation of planned cities such as Telosa, obtaining adequate funding for the highly ambitious project. Convincing governments and private investors to provide billions of dollars to realize a vision that may not materialize completely is no easy feat. Despite Telosa's claim that its people will be the heart of the city's development, the project requires a massive amount of capital to initiate this colossal endeavor. Despite the escalating ecological and monetary impediments, and a year passing since the announcement without any commencement of the construction work, Marc Lore and his team remain optimistic and resolute to materialize their aspiration of establishing the most eco-friendly and comprehensive city worldwide by 2030. What do you think Telosa would be able to do differently compared to Neom? Do you think Telosa would ever be completely built? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, click the like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to Luxury Realm for more videos like this one.